Oh, look, I think it's every team looks at it. There's many teams who have a constant good momentum for the whole game. So, but we're striving to have some real good momentum, forward momentum for most of the game as we can. But I thought we'd come out a bit lazy the first 10 minutes, and Gold Coast were up and about too, and then we're able to wrest control back of the game. And our third quarter, we probably everything we judge ourselves on, our contested stuff, our structure around stoppages was beautiful. And we're able to generate a lot of our forward play out of that. In the last quarter, we went away from that the first 10 minutes, and then we're able to regain control back. So it's about trying to get as much momentum as you can, but when you get it back against you, or things aren't going well, to be able to hold steady on the ship and not let the scoreboard hurt you. And I thought we were able to do that pretty well today.
What does a win do for you guys? Obviously, you lost to them last year. You had a fair bit to lose today. To win 2 games in a row now for the first time since 2010 does a fair bit for the group.
It feels like longer than that. So look, it is good for the group. As I said last week, it was a good reward for them last week, getting a win and believing in themselves. And today, be able to come up here, prepare in a different environment, away from home, to be able to pick virtually the same team was good. And they come and headed us at the start, but to be able to fight back and then really dominate the game for longer periods than what we have was terrific for us, and that's what we expected out of each other.
And you've won as many games in the first 9 rounds this year as you did all of 2011 now with 3. Do you feel like the group is moving slowly forward?
I've said all year that we've improved. Statistic-wise, we have improved from last year, but that hadn't reflected on the win-loss. So win as many as last year is good, but we want to be a lot better than what we were last year. So as I said, though, the group's improved and we are improving. We've still got a lot of work to do and a lot of improvement to do, but I think people can see what path we're going down and can see the improvement in how we're playing, and we're going to maintain that now. I think we've got 3 weeks before the bye, and a big 3 weeks for us.
What were the biggest positives today?
I thought the way we moved the ball, our stoppage stuff, our centre square stuff was pretty poor, but around the ground that was very good. And I think we had a lot of midfielders get a lot more of the ball, which takes a lot of pressure off the backs here and gives our forwards good opportunity. And we're pretty efficient when we go inside 50. So that was a pleasing thing, especially some of the mids who were getting tags were still able to generate enough of the ball.
So where the improvements come from, that the midfielders in Boak was back to his best today, Broadbent was terrific, Kane did a good job on Adelaide, and Brad Evans really added to that group. Do you believe that you're getting a group of midfielders together that can take you forward? Oh,
we got a huge belief in them. They hadn't been quite getting enough of the ball, or one player had been standing up and 3 or 4 hadn't been. But for Travis to do that, for Brody, I think he certainly had a pretty good year for himself. Johnny McCarthy, Hamish is learning his craft in there. Chad Wingard was able to go in there and he's learning his craft too. So there's a lot of development going, but you can see him improving quarter by quarter and week by week.
And does anything sort of avenge that loss last year to the Gold Coast? Does this do anything to...
No, it doesn't do anything. It helps us get some momentum for this year. Last year we've moved on. We learned some lessons from it, but we moved on. What it does is gives us a couple of wins in a row and gives us a bit of confidence and some good belief continuing on from last week's win.
We've seen Cassisius again at half back. Is his days in the midfield done now, or is it a week by week situation? Why are we seeing him at half back so much?
In our development, with Dom out of there and Kane not as much in there, it gives a chance for Hamish and Broadbent, Wingard, Matty Thomas, all those guys. It gives them more opportunities to go through on ball, and we know what Dom can give us, and we'll have to go to him at times probably to lean on him, and same with Kane. But if we're going to be a good team in 12 months, 18 months, 2, 3, 4 years time, we need to expose our on-ballers to as much time through the middle of the ground, and that's the reason why they're doing that. And Dom's done a terrific job down back for us.
That's all development of the group, obviously.
Yeah, it is, and Dom's been comfortable with that. Shores us up down back too. He wins a lot of contested footy down there for us, and it does help our development of our younger guys.
And second week in a row, Kane's done a good job on a top player.
Yeah, as I said last week, we lean on him. I thought Surgeon's job and Bennell was pretty good. I think Bennell's first quarter he got away from him, but he really tightened up after then, and both him and Kane did some terrific jobs.
Checky, what does that win do for the group?
Oh, look, it's obviously we come up here, there's a little bit of talk. I mean, last week we had a great win, but to win back-to-back, we knew we had to come up here and get the job done, and obviously it gives us a fair bit of confidence going into next week. Obviously we play Carlton, who are a pretty good side, probably top 4 again this year, so it gives us a little bit of momentum and another challenge next week.
And how do you see the midfield developing? Obviously you've been under siege a bit back there until today.
Oh, look, obviously we rely on the mids a fair bit with their pressure, but also the forwards do as well, so you can't underestimate the value of the midfield, and they've really shown the last couple of weeks they're starting to stand up. And as Matty said, when you've got guys like Boki, Ebo, Brody who are starting to win some footy, and obviously Brent Renew from the ruck giving us an opportunity, it definitely makes it easier, makes our job easier. So it's great to see them guys playing well at the moment.
Speculations surrounding Travis doesn't seem to be affecting his on-field performance. He was excellent today. How's he been around the group?
He's been fantastic. He's the ultimate professional. He works extremely hard on the track, and he's very diligent in his review of games and all that. So he hasn't changed at all. And the guys aren't going to put any pressure on. That's his decision. And I mean, we really can't do much about it. At the end of the day, it's his decision. But we're just glad that he's playing some really good football at the moment because he's so important to us.
You'd be confident he'd stay?
Oh yeah, I certainly think so. He's obviously a very good player, and you can see that we're going in the right direction. And it's great to win some games and really show that this group's turning it around. And he's an integral part of that going forward, and he understands that. And we're looking forward to having him here for many years to come.
So as a player, you don't tap on the shoulder and tell him how important he is?
No, I mean, you don't want to cloud his judgment. Obviously, that's up to the football department and Peter Road and Matty if he wants to talk to him about it. But I'm just glad that Boki's playing good footy week in and week out, and it's great to see him start to get some confidence and momentum and win some footy today, as Matty said.
Matt, do we see how important he was to your future today, the way he played? Not only got the footy running carry, but 3 goals too.
I think today didn't have to reinforce how important he is. I think we know that. A lot of people put a lot of time into him, and he's a quality player. He's had real heavy tags the last 3 or 4 weeks, but he's done a lot of stuff off the ball that hasn't been noticed, but we're pretty happy with, and today he's able to still do that and then also find the ball. So look, he's getting, I think it's his 100th game next week, so he's getting to that stage now where he's a bona fide and great midfielder, very good midfielder for us, and he's pretty crucial to us ongoing success.
How tough's it been for him, all the tags every week?
Yeah, look, very hard. I think when you're a developing team, the opposition look at you even harder and just say, right, if we shut down 2 or 3, we'll be able to beat Port. And Piercy's been an example of that, and so is Travis. But you know, I'm sure every good midfielder gets exactly the same in the start of their career. And yeah, it was good for Travis to be able to build through that, and same with Daniel today.
Is your third key forward the biggest issue at the moment? Schultz, 120 the footy again, missed 5 for a change today in front of the sticks. Westhoff did a good job. Obviously, Butcher's been struggling a little bit, and Daniel Stewart didn't really play well to that long bomb late in the game. Is that a big issue for you at the moment?
We're probably still and ahhing if we have 3 tools. You know, Brett's not a tall, but he plays like a tall. He can mark it above his head pretty well. So he's a combination there. We go to rucks, all those sorts of things. So, you know, we'd love to have 3 big primary forwards up there going hard at the ball. But I'm not sure too many teams have 3 good ones every week. You know, they take it in their turns, or it probably just evolves that way depending on who's playing high or deep. So, but, you know, Snowy was pretty good NAB Cup. Daniel Stewart, his first 2 weeks were good. Tapered off a little bit, and obviously Butcher's pretty sore now too. So, but we think Brett can probably cover that role to an extent, even though he's not over 6'4". He can certainly mark pretty high.
So where's Butcher at? How many weeks will he miss?
I don't think he'll probably get up this week either. We'll try and train him, but if he's got a bit of soreness, we'll not try and give it a break. So when he does come back, he can play the rest of the year with us. So if that's another week or another 2 weeks, it's a bit of an unknown depending on how quickly he recovers.
Does Stu work hard enough? At times it looks like he's not working
Oh, no, Daniel does. Yeah, it's a big ask to play a key forward and then ask him to ruck too. You know, there's not too many who do it and can sustain a good effort because it takes a fair bit out of you. So I think there's a combination of that too. But you know, Daniel's certainly trying pretty hard out there and certainly giving us a target.
Just finally, Brad, what a great pickup he's been for you guys.
Yeah, he has. Look, he just works tirelessly through the midfield. You know, we really wanted to go to the trade table last year and try and get some mids who could win some inside ball and outside, and both him and John McCarthy have been able to do that for us. And he's evolving all the time. He's stepping up as a leader and a person. He's still only 21, so he's got a lot of footy ahead of him, and you know, he's probably been our most consistent midfielder through there.